Hi and welcome to another Type with me. This week I want to look into Rakkasjs, a next.js alternative. And why do I say Rakkasjs? Well, Rakkasjs uses vite.js. If you don't know vite.js, well, it's something that is helping you with loading ECMAScript modules faster, easier, better. Right, and Rakkasjs uses vite.js under the hood. If you know, for example, SvelteKit, well, Rakkasjs is being inspired by that, but for React users, right? I just want to take a look into Rakkasjs. I want to create a project around it and see a little bit how it's working. So if you go to the website Rakkasjs.org, you will see it's a lightning fast next.js alternative powered by Vite, right? So it's lightning fast development, server-side rendering, you can deploy it anywhere. It's a static site generator, file system-based routing, and it has API routes. Only thing that you need to take into account, it's still very early. They say it's by themselves in their documentation that they are now at, I think, 0.5 and they want to be at 1.0, of course. So they say take it a little bit with your own caution. If it's a really critical application that you want to build for your boss, for example, or your company that you're working for, well, take it into account that it's still early phases. But again, I think it's great to follow their path, and in the future I think it will be a very great alternative for next.js. So like with every great JavaScript application or framework, we have something like a create Rakkas app functionality. So we are going to execute that, and then you will see, of course, that we need to install them. So we say yes. Of course, within weeks is going to install them temporarily, right? And then we get some kind of tutorial. So we say here package manager. Well, we want to have, in my opinion, Yarn, because that's a great package manager, but maybe we're just gonna do npm, right? Just go for the basics. Another thing that's for me very important is TypeScript, because we are Type with me, right? And I want to show you that. I think so now we have optional features like demo, TypeScript, jest API, Cypress, ESLint, style, lint, and prettier. So it's going to install these dependencies, right? We have everything. It makes it a little bit easier to show you the features, to go over with you what the features are, and maybe adapt a little bit of these kind of features, right? Again, this video is mainly about showing you what it can do and trying to get together with you some kind of insights in how Rakkasjs is working, and then later on you can explore it yourself and hopefully use it or get inspired by it or create something of your own. You never know. And then later on I will talk about your invention in Type with me. Can you even imagine about that, right? Well, we'll see. Apparently I got some errors. There are some packages that can be installed here. So some dependencies vulnerability fixed, support for Node smaller and didn't dropped, and newer ECMAScript syntax features added. So I don't know, but yeah, I have some problems right here. I hope when you do that on your machine you don't have these kind of errors and everything went smoothly. Can I remind you that Rakkas is 0.5. It's still very early. It looks very promising, but yeah, I had this kind of issue, right? We are on version 16, node 16. I'm still gonna try to do something like this. npm install. You never know, but it's very temporarily. No, still got that error. Alright, so it's a pity. If you found what that is, well, leave me a message in the comments below, and then we can see further. I'm just gonna walk you through the code and see maybe if we can learn something about it, right? Alright, so if we go now here to source, then you have pages, and then you have something like about, the about page, for example, the about page, and then we just extend the about page. So need to know that, and I think that's maybe normal. It could be that Visual Studio Code doesn't or is not happy about certain things. It's really strange because it's TSX, so it should be. But again, we have here some CSS. We have here layout.tsx, right? And here again we have a page. You need to know that you have pages, and you can have modules, for example, and that are part of a certain page. Here you see that we have an update with an API to do ID with some methods and a header. Again, here we have our API, and then we have our endpoints. And these are just functions, right, that we can just call. And know that for certain environments they have function as a service, and Rakkasjs is aiming a little bit more on them when I read their posts, right? So also here you have some middleware, and it says only JSON is accepted. It's also a little bit different than what next.js is. It has a little bit more of a distinguishing between the API and the pages, right? And here you have the client code. It doesn't do a lot. And then you have a server page hook, right? Again, one of the things that they also say about Rakkasjs is that if you really want to use next.js with Vite, you can also use something else. And I'm gonna show you a little bit about that as well. It's a little bit of an alternative. I'm just gonna visit the GitHub page. I will also mention that in the description below. So if you are searching for a solution of using next.js with Vite, well, you can use it like that. I hope maybe in the future to make also a video around that, but just now to give you a little bit of an example, I will show you that right away. So it's been called vitejs, and the next.js like React framework for better user and developer experience. It's the next.js like React framework for better user and developer experience, and I think he just adapted that to vitejs. It's vite plus next, right? So take a look into it. Maybe it can help you, but take into account that these are efforts that are being made by individuals, right? And like I said before, these are great experiments, but maybe not directly something that you can use into production, right? Like I see here, it releases. You see here that the release was for August 2021, almost a year ago. So again, something that you need to take into account. I hope that next.js will have some kind of support for Vite. I really like it. And I think it will take the front-end world by storm, right? Thank you very much for watching this video. It's maybe not so grateful or nice than the ones that I made before, but again, sometimes you test frameworks out and it doesn't work like you want to, but maybe when you are watching this video in a later stadium, it will just work by Blaze. I will try it out in the future or in the near future, and I will see what will happen, right? Thank you very much. See you next time.